called a T stretch because it's for the thoracic spine and you open up into a T. So I'm going to start on my left side with the knees at 90 degrees in fetal position, or I cross the top one over. That's to keep the hips perpendicular to the ground because that's the goal. The hips stay perpendicular, they do not roll open. Or I even cross my bottom leg over my top. It's really up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. That really clamps that hip down. My arms start out straight in front, and I'm just going to open up gently to a T. Oh my goodness, I haven't done this in a long time, and it feels good. Deep breaths here. So the goal is the flexibility we strive for to be average, whatever that means, is that with the hips perpendicular to the ground, both the shoulders should be able to rest on the ground. A lot of people are really far from that. I'll have people starting here because of tightness through everything. I'm sure you're feeling all of this stretch. So now if I want to actively coax this or wake up the shoulder blade muscle to try to draw that shoulder down, I can open and close. So I bring the arms together and then open. Along with breathing, gentle, fluid controlled, and avoiding painful range of motion. We don't ever want to have joint pain. We want to work with the body, not against it. Okay, so we do 4 or 5 of those. Ideally, you're feeling that right shoulder blade engage as you open up. We're trying to pump some blood in there. As we open up the chest, the side body, the rotational muscles of the trunk. And then we can add shoulder circles. So I drag my arm along the ground in the biggest range of motion that I can without pain. I'm just going to do 5 each way. This shoulders and hips are the most mobile joints in the body. They are ball and socket joints. So important to work them in their full range of motion. Let's go the other way. A lot of people have a kink up through here. So just avoid that painful range of motion. If that means coming up this way, that's okay. You do what feels good and sends blood to that joint and gets it moving in ways that we don't normally move our shoulders, but we ideally can and should, so we don't lose it. Move it or lose it, right? And on this last one, after this last one, we'll open up into that T one more time and see if we've made a little progress. So those are some active ways to open things up, the open and close, and then the circles. And then you can just rest here and let gravity do its work. So if the hand is right, I've got a little toy chest here, but or toy shelves, is to open up just a little higher than shoulder level so that you can feel that upper pec. That tends to be the really tight part of the pec, that upper pec open up. If it's too low, it might be resting on the ground easily, but your shoulders popped up. So bring that hand a little higher, and that's a different story. Then you really feel that pec stretch out. Now coming out of this is key. We're in a big twist. If you just try to get up and unravel your legs and sit up, it could hurt your back. So I want you to make sure, close the arms first. Close. Roll into the fetal position. Recover. Unravel the legs if they were unraveled. And then go to the other side. So just make sure it's anytime you're in a big twist, make sure you come out very carefully. So let's flip to the other side. Again, fetal position to start. Knees are all the way up at hip level. You can stack them, but make sure when you open up, it doesn't just open up that leg. So find a way. I use either the top leg over or top leg over and, kind of crisscrossing the legs to help. Or you can put a prop between your knees, or props something here, like a chair or something, to give you that cue. But find a way to keep those hips stacked perpendicular to the ground. Arms straight out, and then we open up to a T. Oh, definitely want to do both sides. Hear my son, my baby waking up in the background. So you're resting here, noting how far off the ground you are, and then close and open. So it's not just if your hand can touch, it's also the back of the shoulder you want to feel on the ground. When I open and close, God, I love how that makes my left shoulder blade feel. I feel it engage and hug towards the spine. And that's an important area to awaken. And then we've got the circles. So dragging the biggest circles your body will allow without pain. Again, everything's fluid. Shoulders, when they get tight, when they lose range of motion, it really affects the neck, the shoulders, the elbow, the wrist. Okay, let's go the other direction. Feel that shoulder blade gliding back there. For every 2 degrees of arm movement, there should be 1 degree of shoulder blade movement. So really want that shoulder blade to just be gliding and moving there. On this last one, leave it open and enjoy the stretch. Again, the hand a little higher than the shoulder if you can without pain. The head is turned whichever way feels better to you. Always listen to your body. If your hand is down here and your shoulders popped up, that's not what we're looking for. But if you can open up, we want to get that back of that shoulder down. If you can open up a little higher with the arm to stretch that upper back. Wonderful. Big deep breaths. Again, it's how you get out of it. So it's very carefully coming back, hands together, rolling to fetal, bracing the abs as you unravel, and then carefully coming